If you want to see how I turned this into this, then keep watching this video. Okay, of course we have to purchase the plot if we're gonna, renovate the whole house. So here you see I pick out Happy Home of Robloxia, but we're not gonna keep that name. So here I'm just gonna change it to How to Fix the Bloxburg Starter House. Anyways, I picked out the most basic one because the whole point of renovating the starter house, in my opinion, is to keep it as cheap as possible, and our next option was $20,000. So now I give you a little tour here just so you can see that we do make some huge improvement in this video, because this house is not it. This is giving back rooms. This wall choice, what is that? Back rooms. Anyways, the kitchen, ugly. Pizza box, ugly. All of it just sucks. It's so basic. There's no character. But I will say it serves you right as a first-time player. For $7,000, it's valid. I give it that. But it's not cute. And if you want to roleplay, I'm sure you want a cute house. So we're gonna go fix it up. By the way, this is not my first time fixing the Bloxburg starter home, so if you go to my channel, you'll see a video just like this one, but with a different layout, so I recommend checking that out. Anyways, I just delete everything inside the house and also change the texture and color on the outside, but I wanted to keep the two-tone thing going on that they had here, so I made this a red brick, and then the rest of the walls I did like a white panel type of thing, and it also just fit the season. Like, it's just kind of giving Christmas to me. So yeah, then we replaced the door. I did the traditional front door, which is one of my favorites to go with. It's a basic, but I think it looks right and it fits the brick in my opinion as well. And then I just color it to match the rest of the home. Same with the windows. I changed them to plastic because it's as smooth as it can be, and I also made them white. I just felt like the wood wasn't doing it for me. And I also add some shutters, and then I struggled with the roof for a little bit with coloring. I didn't know what I liked, but I overall went with black. I feel like you can't go wrong. It just looks a little dark, but you can't go too wrong with black. Now, the inside of the house is not it. And so I changed the floor to my classic wood, and then I do all of the walls like a white color, except I give this accent wall here just because I am an accent wall lover. But I felt like the white was easy to work with. And then I also did another accent wall here in the kitchen. I do think that kitchens look more complete with an accent wall, so that's why I went with that. I replaced the doors to the rooms, and then here I start working on the kitchen. Clearly I'm struggling with the counter. I don't know why, but I was. The kitchen is a hard thing to work with. I won't even lie to you. Kitchens are definitely difficult, especially in a small space like this, and with keeping like the general layout, but I feel like I did ultimately a good job. I just added some small details. I didn't want to go overboard because this is, again, the starter house, and I assume anyone who's trying to fix the starter house is probably not a millionaire in Bloxburg. So, or maybe you don't have all the game passes. I don't know. So I stuck with very basic additions to the kitchen. But yeah, here you see I color it. I wanted it dark. I don't know why. I just did. And I usually do dark anyways in kitchens, so that's probably why. But I did do a flip-flop with the counters, and I made the top of them a little bit later, and then the bottom was the same wood. Then I do an island. I always do an island, and again with the small details. Yeah, and then here's the dining room. I kept it in the same exact spot roughly as the original house, but I changed up a little bit with this round table, very subtle. And then I do a candle, but I didn't like it and decided to go with the lemon bowl. I just felt like it, I don't know, it still fit the like family home type of vibe. And then I forgot trim. I always forget trim. I do this every single time I build a house, so here I am adding the trim because I forget. I just can't. But yeah, now working on the living room. This is the best part of the house. I won't even lie. It's so simple. I did like the simplest thing you could possibly imagine, but it is my favorite. It came out cute enough for the space and money and starter house. So just do a little TV thing. I wanted to do something custom, but realized that that might not be smart, so I just put a plant in the corner, and then and changed its coloring and pot, whatever. And then the best part of the entire house, I threw a fireplace in the middle of the two doors. I don't know why it like closed off the living room a little bit to me, and like the two doors just like didn't stick out, and I just love it. And then I like cornered this couch. I've never done that before in the middle of the floor, but I am obsessed. Like I actually had like the hardest time bulldozing this plot because I did bulldoze it. Um, because I was just like in love with this living room. But yeah, now working on the bedroom, I did do an accent wall again, same as the kitchen. I don't know. I felt like the bedroom needed it too. And I just add some very, very basic details. Yep, another fireplace. I did add another fireplace. Um, you will not catch me without a fireplace in a house. I don't care my budget. I don't care the size of the house. I love adding fireplaces. I think they look the most realistic for Bloxburg. They just make it feel like a home. But yeah, now I just add some small details like pillows, coloring, a lamp, and then here's the bathroom, accent wall as well. And I do my classic shower. I don't like doing the actual Bloxburg showers, so I usually make my own, and here you can see that. And then I also add this small detail here. You can put anything in it, I imagine, shampoo, conditioner, soaps, whatever you want. I left this house pretty empty for roleplay intentions. If you can add whatever you want. Then I added another window, and now here working on the outside, I did this porch out of a roof. Just use a flat roof and raise it a little bit, and it makes like a really, really, really easy porch. And I didn't want to do too much out front, especially because I was low on money, but yeah, just figured I'd add some greenery and then some sitting area to make it look a little bit cuter. But yeah, here is the overview of our house. I think I'm obsessed with it for it being the starter house. Like, you wouldn't even recognize it except for the layout. Like, other than that, it looks so drastically different. But yeah, here coming inside, there's clearly like a color vibe going on, except we do have like the red wall, but everything else is like, I don't really know how to explain it, but it just gives me the same vibe. And it's kind of dark in here, but I liked it like that. Um, yeah, kitchen, wonderful. I love it. Again, I did not add too much just for roleplay intention. You can do what you want. I really like this little sitting area. Again, this is my favorite part of the whole house, even though it is so plain. Like, literally the plainest or living room I've ever made. But I love it. And then the bathroom, it's okay. Not my favorite, but it works. So that's all that matters, as long as it works and as long as it looks better than the back rooms looking house we had beforehand, then I don't care. Now, here's the bedroom, another fireplace, but I figured I would add a cuter picture. I didn't really put much effort into it, but I did add a cuter picture. And then also the bed lamp. I think that looks good. Like, I'm not mad. There's not much going on at all. You can, again, add whatever you want, but yeah. Here's a closet. Didn't record that, but I don't care. It's just a closet. But yeah, anyways, if you enjoyed this video, definitely check out my first time ever renovating, or just check out any other video on my channel, because I have a ton, and I keep planning on posting, so bye bye!